Okay, ranked draft, core set 2020. We have the gold. Let's see if we have the tools. Ooh, rats. This is the worst of the Chandras. Ugh. I mean, it's okay in an elementals deck. That's so disappointing. The mythic one is great. The uncommon one is great. This one is just so much less exciting. As I'm looking at all the cards in this pack, however, I'm not seeing anything that I really consider first pickable. I guess I feel like I'm forced to play this damn thing. If we do, then, and we decide we want to play it, then obviously we want either cheap instants and sorceries to go along with it, and or possible elemental synergies. But as I say, this is just, I'm really, I don't mind saying to you, I'm getting tired of getting ho-hum packs in these drafts. I really, really am. All right, Chandra it is.
No.
Here's the better
Too
Chandra.
bad.
Okay. That's more like it. If I get Chandra's Embercat, that could be kind of funny. Anything else in here that really makes me sit up and take notice? Leafkin Druid is good. But I feel like the Pyromancer is something that I'd rather not pass up on. Maybe we'll end up with all Chandra cards. That would be cool. Pretty unlikely, but one never knows. Yeah, Chandra and Chandra.
Wizard. I hope I sounded tough.
All right. Could we be mono red? I don't know. There are red cards here that are well worth taking. The Dragon is good. Here is the Embercat. And the Smuggler. The Smuggler is great in a multitude of red decks. The Smuggler and the Embercat are both likely to come around again. Sure, let's go with a Dragon. Okay, now it's time to look into a different color, although I'm not unhappy to play a Predator. I really prefer not to fourth pick it. The rest of this pack, however, is pretty unexciting. I feel like the only real possibilities would be this Cutthroat, which is a perfectly okay card, or this to see, you know, what the splash possibilities may be. I'm actually tempted to take the Backwater. Okay, love to hear opinions. As we know, I do see a familiar name in the chat room. If you would love to give us some advice, then we would love to hear it. Or I guess in our case, read it. So I think my pick at this moment is actually the Dismal Backwater. In the absence of any input, that is what we shall take. Okay, a Smuggler is fine, but let's see what else we have. I think it's the Smuggler. Yeah. All right. So I guess I'd be willing to play a Destructive Digger as filler, but I feel like we could be doing better, possibly. There are no so red blue, red black. I'm actually kind of liking the soul salvage here. I may take that and see if we end up in black, and we do have some black stuff going on here. I think I'm going to go for the salvager, or is it not the salvager, the salvage rather. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. We move on. We do not have any removal at all so far. I'm willing to take a dragon fire. I guess it's possible we could end up with a renowned weaponsmith sort of thing going on. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else here that really pushes me in any other directions. Let's try that. Alright, so we have the one black card. Infuriate is not an awful trick. I think I'd rather take that at this point, and it is the sort of thing that we can get back with Chandra. But I feel like the skeleton in general is just a stronger card. I think I'd rather take the skeleton. And there's an Infuriate anyway, but again, Sorcerer of the Fang is, I think, has more upside. It's a perfectly serviceable 2-drop in late game and can do some stuff. Okay, so, I mean, we have black, but it's all pretty freaking unexciting. Let's take another vial. I mean, all these black cards are really just support cards. This is all terrible. I'm going to take the Raptor because it could conceivably be played in anything that we might do. Another Blade Brand, sure. This is all junk. And Chandra's Regulator, isn't that funny? So this is very good. This could push us into blue. A lot of good blue cards here. Yes. Chandra's Regulator is pretty funny. Especially with our two Chandras. Excuse me. So if we do play red, which seems entirely possible, and then there's Shock. Shock is good as well. Boy, this is tough. I mean, we have a bunch of black cards, but none of them is terribly exciting. The red is clearly stronger right now. So I could stick with, continue with red and take a shock. I could start to consider some blue with either Scholar or the Elemental. The Scholar is interesting. I always feel like it's a little bit too much of a build around, and it is kind of clunky. It doesn't come into play until, later in the game. I could explore green, I guess. There are two strong green cards here. The Lich could be splashed, I guess. So conceivably we could be black and red and splash some blue for the Lich. That's conceivable. I think that's what I'm tempted to do. Let's give it a go and see how we do. Alright, so we have a better black card here in Gravedigger. I think we're usually happy to play a Gravedigger. I don't really think there's anything else here that we like better. This would not be terrible, but yeah, we're gonna take the Gravedigger. So, the Aerialist is fine. We don't really have any. We don't really have any life gain synergies going, but a 2/3 flyer for 3 is absolutely good. The Ember Hauler is reasonably strong. Reduced to Ashes is okay removal. The only removal we have so far is these two things. I think we want one of these two. I like the idea of taking another flyer, to be honest. Hello, old Sickback. I did see you lurking there. I didn't know if you were in a position to participate or not. I was hoping that you were. So I don't know how much of the draft you've seen so far. Have you seen some of it, most of it, all of it? Okay. So you're liking the Hauler better than the Aerialist. I will tell you, I kind of like the Aerialist as flying because I often find myself really lacking for flyers. Thank you very much, D.E. Shapiro. I very much look forward to having a great draft. I very much look forward to seeing you later. The Aerial Assault pick. It is a nice pick. I hadn't really noticed. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so Old Sickback has suggested the Emperor Hauler. It is a strong card. I have no problem with it. I will defer to his wisdom. This is interesting. Murder, I'm pretty sure is what we want here. And that will pretty much seal us. Yeah, I remember. That's okay. I will always wait for you. Always. Remember that. Alright, so if we take this murder, that pretty much solidifies our black. And another murder, I think that is a good thing to take. 2 murders, that's fine with me. And a 3rd murder. I feel like we're on Murderer's Row here. This is crazy. I wouldn't mind taking any of these, but yeah, murder. Yeah, 3 is... It's like unprecedented. Okay, so the so the murderous spree has ended. So at this juncture, I think we're looking only at the vampire or the spitter, conceivably the rift. I like the spitter a little bit better, I think. It'll play with, okay with the smuggler. I think the spitter is what we want here. The knight, then we'd have to splash white. If I'm going to splash for another color, right now I'd rather splash blue for the Lich. Having said that, though, sure, I'll pick up the knight, because it's not like we're going to be hurting if we pass up on this spitter. Make sense? As always, I will yield to your wisdom. We have either the Abomination or the Splinters. We have 3 murders. We have 2 vials of Dragonfire. Would I rather get a finisher or some more removal? The Splinters... Oh, the Splinters is not bad because we have the Gravedigger and we have a Soul Salvage. So I think the Splinters is a better call, actually. Plus we have the 1 skeleton so far. I think Splinters is what we want here. I've talked myself into Splinters. If you have a counter argument for something else, let's see what you got. Splinters it is. Another Splinters? I don't know about 2 Splinters. Yeah. What do you think? Is it worth taking a second Splinters? The alternative is this really unexciting vanilla creature. Or this bad 2-drop. We still have another whole pack to go. I think another Splinters is probably the way to go. If we end up with a surplus of skeletons, then sure we can run a bunch of Splinters. Yeah, that's where I start. That's where I started this whole soliloquy. I see a couple of new names in the chat room. If you guys have any opinions on what we have and where we're going, love to hear them. That is kind of the whole point of this stream, of this draft, is to help me to focus my thinking on all aspects of booster drafting. Well, you know, yeah, there's not even any uncommons here. I'm gonna take another Splinters, and, you know, que sera, sera. Okay, nothing here for us. I'll take the Raptor. Almost certainly not going to make our deck. More junk. Indenture. Not terrible again with the skeleton. Another salvage. I already have one. Sure. I mean, we already have the one. We already have 2 blade brands, so another skeleton is what we want here. The necromancer is playable. Duress, we'll take it because there's nothing else to take. And pack 3, Agent of Treachery. Ooh. So our primary colors, well, there's the Chandra's Ember Cat, which is really interesting because we have the 2 Chandra Planeswalkers. I wouldn't mind taking this just for my collection. I only have, I think, 2 so far. Actually, the Bloodfell Caves is not terrible. Alright, so what are my picks here? My picks here would be rare drafting the Treachery, which I'm actually really not inclined to do. The War Chief, which is not a very good card. The Ember Cat, which is a fine 2-drop, and it actually can work in our deck. Or the land. I think those are the choices for us. If we had seen this in Pack 1, it probably would have been a very different story. I think the blood-filled caves is what we want. Any thoughts, my friends? Smuggler is good. I think that's looking promising. Altar. I have the altar and I have 2 skeletons. This could be interesting. Okay, what creatures have I got that the smuggler will really help? And the answer is not many. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I can get a 3rd skeleton, that would be outstanding. It's a weird card. It's as another streamer I've encountered said, it's kind of a trap, but I think here it is. It could work for us. Let's see what happens. Wow. Ooh, this is tough. I have. Okay, so take a look at my deck so far. Now I have Chandra Acolyte. I have Chandra Pyromancer. Here's another Chandra Pyromancer. Taking 2 is not terrible. So that's a good possibility. The smuggler normally would be fine, but not working real well in this deck. Or another skeleton. Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. What we can do if need be is just run this down with direct damage and then run out another one.
Hey,
yeah,
I'm Chandra.
I think
nice
that's fine.
to meet you.
Okay. We have very few elementals, so the brawler is not looking terribly interesting right now. Another Fathom Fleet Cutthroat is possible. I think do we have one? No, we don't have one yet. This could be possible if we want to really make the Corpse Knight work. I will say that splashing white just for the Corpse Knight, I don't really know that that's going to work for us. Unless we could get Chandra to trigger a bunch of times. That would be interesting. That's true, it is a 3-4. Do we have any other elementals at all? I don't think we do. I'm happy to go with that, because I have seen its value even as a standalone creature. I'm going to go back to our curve. So we have 2 1-drops, two, maybe 3 2-drops rather. Here's another 3-drop. We have very little in the way of finishers. So with that consideration, we could consider the War Chief. Alternately, I already have one of these guys. Actually, these 2 would also work well with the Corpse Knight. That's interesting. Conceivably splash white just for the Corpse Knight, because we have a couple of cards that it works with. So as a 5-drop, do we like this better or do we like the War Chief better? I think actually the Necromancer I like a little bit better. Especially for where we're going on with this deck. And of course there's the Mastiff, which is a perfectly serviceable 2-drop. So you like the War Chief better? as I say, I will be happy to. Yeah. No, I understood where you were going with that. All right, I'm going to change the. Actually not. All right, so let's move the Corpse Knight to the side for now. The Lich, we do have one means of splashing for it, mana-wise, so I'm going to leave that here for now. The Predator is an okay finisher, actually. Here's the Weaponsmith, too little too late on that one. I kind of like the Predator here as a potential finisher. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think the Predator is my pick here. Yeah. Here's a Spitter. Axe is not awful. Another Epicure. Again, if we wanted to splash for the Corpse Knight, this could help us. Yeah, I do like the Spitter. Another Dragon Mage. Never mind. Fire Elemental. It might help. It might help a little bit with the Brawler. What do we have in our 5 slot? Yeah, we have 3 others. I'm willing to go for the Elemental, I guess. Yeah. Unholy Servant, another Raptor. This is all meaningless. If we splash blue, I think I'd rather take the Unsummon, just on the 1 in a million chance that we do splash blue for the Lich. And all of this is completely irrelevant to us. Another skeleton that will help our altar, so I'm pretty sure that's what we want. As well as our bone splinters. Yeah, I think that's what we want. This is all nothing. As is this. And probably, sure, Epicure of Blood. I can't imagine that we'll actually play it. And another Epicure of Blood. And we got some gems. Very nice. Okay, so we need to cut. Alright, I'm going to move the stream so everybody can see our stuff. So let me move this over to here. And we need to cut 8 cards. Alright, so obviously Unsummon is not happening. How many creatures have we got so far? We have 15, so don't want to cut too many creatures. We have 3 murders. Let's cut 1 Dragonfire, maybe the other also. Maybe 1 Bone Splinters, because there aren't so many creatures. Is it worth splashing blue just for this one guy? I'm guessing no. Sorry, old sickbag, you're saying keep them or lose? Keep or lose both of them? Right now I'm going to lose both of them because we have this other removal. I'm assuming you mean lose them both. Again, this Smuggler, yeah, I'm good with that. 4 more cuts to make. What do you think? Is it worth splashing just for this Lich? I mean, it's a strong card. Can help us to find the things we need. If need be, I can always toss a skeleton into the yard. I will say that I'm tempted to lose the smuggler because it's real. Yeah, it can. I guess leave it on the off chance that I can get it to benefit with the brawler and possibly the spitter. Ember Hole or two for that matter, I guess. All right, so let's leave that for now. I think 2 soul salvages is more than we need. 1 is fine, especially given that we also have the Gravedigger. 3 more cards to cut. You know what? I'm going to lose the Lich. It'll smooth out our mana base. One soul salvage, 1 necro. A necromancer. The Predator? I kind of like the Predator. We don't really have much in the way of finishers. This is our finisher. We have this as our finisher. If it gets removed, we're sunk. I feel like this is a too many eggs in one basket kind of a situation. I'm putting the Predator back in for now. How many creatures? We only have 13 creatures. I would really rather not lose any more creatures. 1 Blade Brand. Alright, old sickback. So this is my thinking. We have very few creatures in here. We have a fair amount of removal. Excuse me. And do we really? Yeah. I really think I'd prefer to keep the Predator because these as finishers does not excite me. This as a finisher is fine if we can make it work. And the Predator is a good backup as a finisher. That's my thinking. So I'm following your advice to a high degree, but not to its entirety. Any last thoughts before I push this into action? You know, if you have additional analysis of which I am unfamiliar or have not considered, would be happy to hear it. Alright, let's give it a go. Oh, actually, let me just check one thing real quick. So our color requirements, we need more black than red. By a certain amount. Yeah, but we'd like to be able to play this turn 2 if the opportunity... Yeah, we're going to leave this as is. Alright. Let's see if we can do any better than Monday's draft, which was just awful. Okay, my opponent is Nicol Bolas 666. Alright, what do we got? We have a 1-drop. We have a potential to... I think we have to keep, especially since we're on the draw, and we can block for a spell. I think we have to keep this. Start with one of our skeletons. Let's see how it goes. Blade Brand? Sure, let's attack. I would very much like it if my next card were a mountain. That's annoying. Wonder if he's mono red. Murder, huh? I think I would rather just Blade Brand this guy to get rid of his smuggler. And hope to draw into another mountain. So I wonder what my opponent could possibly be considering. So Nicky. So we block. And sure. If he shocks it, I'll be really annoying. I'm really annoyed. Please don't shock it. Thank you. Vile. What a vile move. Boy, it got swamped. I have nothing to do here. Let's bring him back into play. This is pretty silly. Okay. Would really like that. In the absence of anything else, we will probably play the Waller next, or this guy. I think the War Chief, if he's having mana issues, then we need to take advantage of that as quickly as we can. Sure, I should have attacked first. Did that in the wrong order. And if he wants to blow this up for my skeleton, more power to him. So is he saying oops as a bad oh, he's not getting the lands he needs. That's his problem. It's a problem, my friend. Alright, well, as Reed Duke has said, no mercy. Let's play our Brawler. So if he's really stuck, so there's his land. Now he's going to explode. One more mountain, and I can start playing some of these cards. Siegebreaker. I think that is one we are going to murder, because that has especially with this. Yeah. I wouldn't mind playing the dragon, but and especially since it'll give us more red mana. But no, I think we need to get rid of this guy. That's a nice combo. The Mask of Immolation with this guy, the Ogre Siegebreaker. He's got his own skeleton. Okay. Also not a bad combo. It's pretty clunky though. To keep recurring, casting, equipping, sacking. It's an engine, but it's a really slow engine. Ah, okay. He's doing something. Okay. So he just 2-for-1'd himself. I don't mind. Okay, let's attack first. See what he does, if anything. So I think the Predator would be the best play in terms of efficiency. I guess I can get it back if he removes it. And with few creatures on the board, if he doesn't remove it, it's going to be really hard to block. Gravedigger, that'll help him. Pretty sure that's game. Because he can't block this, and he can only block one of these. Ah, now I can block 2 of them. Does this do anything? Yes, yes. Alright, so let's do this, and swing in with everybody that we can.
I'm happy as a hellion to start some fires.
Okay. Hi Misaki, great to see you here. The draft is going okay. The deck is so-so. It's significantly better than what we had on Monday. It's not great, it's okay. We did just win our first game, largely because our opponent had a slow start. He was stuck on 3 lands for a couple of turns too long for him. So his misfortune, of course, benefited us. Would you like to look at the deck before we proceed? I do not believe we have so many people here that will be bogging anybody down. It is a Rakdos deck, and I know that you are partial to those. Here's what we have. So pack one, pick one was this guy. I was actually not real keen on that. Of the 3 Chandra Planeswalkers in the set, I consider this one to be the worst by a pretty significant margin. On the other hand, we did pick up 2 of these along the way rather. So okay. Yeah, the 3 murders in a row. It was really quite something. The 3 murders is nice. The only other removal we have are 2 bone splinters, only 1 of which is main decked. And we did pick up 2 vials of Dragonfire. Those are in the sideboard right now. As long as you're here, do you have any suggestions? It would be conceivable for us to splash 1 blue card for this Tomebound Lich. If we do that, we could add in the Dismal Backwater. We could add in the Corpse Knight, which has some synergy with these guys. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. Let's move on and see if we can rack up any more wins. So I hope you will join me next week. Wizards of the Coast has given me a preview account to participate in the Throne of Eldraine Early Access Streamer event. That'll be on Tuesday. Pretty sure I'll be streaming at 11:30 that morning. This is a good hand. Okay, the Necromancer over one of the 5 drops. Okay, we can consider that for the next game. So we're going to keep this, and I Depending on what he plays, I feel like the Scorched Spitter would be a good first turn. Yep. And with any luck, he will not drop anything. But he does. No problem. Blade branding, that is kind of pointless. Let's just add our own skeleton. And I think we're going to pass the turn. That's nice. I could use a couple more lands to make it happen, but that's a good point. That is an excellent point. So that would be an excellent sideboard card in a match like this. Of course, no sideboarding in best of one. What do you think? Is it worth attacking? I feel like the answer is no. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's annoying. So this time I am going to Blade Brand because I would really like the card draw, and to slow down his skeleton I feel it is a good idea. Or he's not going to attack. Isn't that interesting? Should I bother to Blade Brand for the card draw? I'm gonna do it. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I did. Now, here's the problem. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the elementals so that I can power out a bigger creature next turn. Like the dragon or the predator.
Here, but it's going to be fun.
So
time to turn up the heat.
now, do I leave him back as a blocker? He'll go down to... I'm going to get in for at least 1 damage, possibly 4. Okay, so it slows down the skeleton, which I don't mind. He's going to take... this is going to go down to 3. And then I'll be able to power out the predator. Epicure of Blood. Okay, that's nice. Okay, lots of options here. I could play the dragon and trade with him. I think I like the predator better. Trouble is, he'll be able to block the... Oh, no, he can't. Okay. I think we're going to do the predator. So...
So reach into that ley line thing.
and this will die next turn for sure. Unless he wants to hold it back as a blocker. That would be okay. Hey Bolus, how you doing today? Good to see you. So next turn, depending on what he what he does after this attack, I think I'm liking the War Chief. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Fathom Fleet Cutthroat. Oh, that's okay. I have the Soul Salvage.
One day, I'll come back even stronger.
Close enough. I'm going to bring out the dragon so I can at least trade with him, or at least block him. And again, if need be, I can bring him back. Boy, he's really using these siphons to good effect. Light Beetle, isn't that interesting? Oh, that's perfect. That's fantastic. Oh, this is like tailor-made. Terrific. Okay, next, let's do the War Chief. If the Chief was a Necromancer, yeah, that's true. When you're right, you're right. All he has left in his hands is a skeleton. Okay. Okay, so we have a good amount of options here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could attack and offer to, because he could just chump block with this guy forever. Let's see, if I Gravedigger, what can I Gravedigger? I can Gravedigger for the dragon or for the predator. I think I like the predator. Well, the dragon is also good. I think that's what so I'm gonna dig for one of them. Which do we like better? As I said, I think I like the predator better right now. Okay, cannot play it yet. But I am going to get this guy out for blocking. I'm gonna hold him back so I have a more effective block against this guy. So depending on what he drew, he may attack with the Audacious Thief just for the card draw, and I would not blame him for that. Ooh, that's gonna hurt me. What do you get? Oh, the Dungeon Geist. Ugh. And he can play it and tap this guy. That's annoying. Alright, so I will trade the Thief for the Gravedigger. Isn't that interesting? The Ripscale Predator. What did I draw? Soul Salvage. Let's see, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana available. I think I'm going to do Soul Salvage and take... no. Night Veil. Sorry, Bolas, don't know what you're saying to me. Let's just play the Predator. See what he does. I'm guessing... Hey, Rattlorian, how you doing? Yeah, he'll just chump block. This is pointless. That's pointless. And he's going to tap this next turn. Yeah, I don't think I have any good attacks because he has that that stupid Geists in his hand. Yep. Nightveil Predator is excellent for sure. I only have the one Bone Splinter, which is too bad. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. The Elemental's not bad. Alright, no, but I'm going to Soul Salvage and get my dragon back. Yeah, I think I have to. Boy, this is interesting. Elemental, and then start swinging with my 2 big guys. Yes. So he's going to hit me for 3 in the meantime. Let's do the Soul Salve. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Oh, there's this damn thing. He could block and get it back. He could block and get it back. This is a weird card. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Trouble is, he will block with something, he'll chump up with something, and then he'll just get it back. That's not what I wanted. Alright, I am going to... No, I'm going to swing with both of these. And I will follow it up with getting something back and recasting it. Yeah, but again, he could like, trade these two. Well, let's see what he does. Okay, so now let's get back our dragon and the elemental. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. Yep. No sense in playing my one land. I guess there could be in case he somehow gets rid of this. I'm not worried about that. Where is my blood-soaked altar? Yep, I hear that. So he has an Epicure. I'm fine trading flyer for flyer, I think. Possibly getting this back. Well, that resolves in any event. And I'm going to try to trade... Alright, I hope this works. Okay. Yep, yes indeed. So he's going to play the Epicure, I guess. For the dragon and bringing the guys back. Yeah, I agree with that completely, Rattlorian. My opponent's name is Fast Action Hamlet. Kind of a strange name. Ooh. Alright. C'est la vie. And here comes the Epicure. Not what I wanted. Is it worth well, he has this stupid skeleton. Yeah, I think I'm willing to trade War Chief. I think I'm willing to trade either one of these for this, and then it'll leave me with one more. Whoops. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, interesting. Alright, and I did not mean to swing with the skeleton. Interesting, so it was a blunder, but seems to have been okay. Another soul salvage? Ugh, and he's gonna do this damn Geists again. Where's my murder when I need them? I have 3 in the deck, where are they? That's not bad. We can get rid of the beetle.
You ready? I'm ready. Let's do this.
Or I could give him +2 +2 and hit him for 7. The Geist is going to tap him down. I think I'm going to do that.
It's elemental, dear. What's your name?
He may take it because he's at a pretty high life total. He may block and trade. Yeah, I understand that. But I also wanted to raise Chandra's loyalty because he's going to bring this out. He's going to bring out the Geist and tap this and then attack. I had the 1 Bone Splinters already. Yep. And now he'll attack Chandra.
Hey, that hurt.
That's interesting. Kind of pointless, but let's play it. I could bring it to 7 to continue drawing his fire. I could kill this, and this dies next turn. I'm going to bring it to 7, I think, to continue drawing his fire. And that way, if he does keep attacking, then I can... but he'll just double block, but at least I'll get... So this game is not going great. It's not horrible. I need my murder. Where is my murder?
I'm getting all fired up.
There's one. We're going to attack because this is not doing anything in the meantime. And I can murder this when he attacks next. So let us... I'm going to get rid of this, then I'm going to block that. Yeah. So we're going to kill his beetle. We're going to hold him back for blocking, and we're going to murder the Geists on his next turn. And I still have a good blocker for this skeleton, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Alright, if he has a counter, then I lose Chandra. And if he doesn't have a counter, then I keep Chandra. Blood-soaked altar, another murder, that's not terrible. No elementals to speak of. Sure, let's... Oh, I could get him for one. I'm gonna just swing in with the smuggler, because it'll force him to use mana to... but he has a lot. Does mean he can't attack. Oh, I should have attacked with both. Yes, because it'll have summoning sickness. Okay, I lost the opportunity to get him for a point of damage. Okay, so I did not think that through clearly enough. Where's my blood-soaked altar? I have 16 cards left. He has 16 cards left. Oh, that's better. Yeah, let's end in both. Let's do this again. Okay, let's send in both. Let's hope that this stays in play. I can start pinging him for 3 or more if it does stay in play. Or not. Hello, totally legit boyo. How are you? What is up? A draft is up. Sorry it took me a moment to see your message there. Welcome to our stream. It is a pleasure to see you. How did you find our little stream here? Because I'm usually way at the heck at the bottom. Too bad about the lava controller. Would have been nice. Ugh. That's annoying. Well, alright. Perhaps I shall draw something good like my blood-soaked altar. Anyway, so, and hello, Demis player. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, good. I went to the bottom to see what's streaming. Yeah, I hear that. I actually very rarely tune into the big streamers because, like you say, if you want to have meaningful interaction, it's just not going to happen. And hello, Deems player. Same question. How did you find our little stream? That's funny. I have been playing Magic much longer than my exhibited skills may suggest. I've been playing since 1996. The current set at the time was Mirage. Cool.
Whoosh! Up in flames!
Eight or 9 years is very respectable. So I would be willing to guess that your skills are already superior to mine. So the truth, I've been playing for a really long time, but I've only really been taking booster drafts more seriously over the past year or two. And in fact, I specifically started this stream in order to try to get better. I actively encourage people to assist, to help me with my draft picks, with the deck building, with the gameplay. So it is a pleasure to see some the new faces in here, as well, of course, as the old ones. Cool. So let's do this first. Drafting is hard. It really is. I'm really struggling with a lot of the subtleties and nuances. Okay, I hope you guys are good with your rules. If I play this Chandra, is the system going to make me choose between the two of them? I think they're both good. Let me know. Can I play them both and keep them in play? They do not have the same name. One is Chandra Acolyte of Flame, and the other is Chandra Novice Pyromancer. Ah, that's what I thought, but I was not 100% sure. Excellent. So interestingly, this was my first pick, and the other Chandra was my second pick. Okay, so sure, let's create these two guys, and let's attack with them. Yeah, let's attack with 3. Ping him for 2. Oh, I did this out of order. Bad, bad. Tisk, tisk. Shame on me. Okay. Guys, you let me make a blunder. Would I call that a punt? Maybe. If you guys consider that a punt, go ahead and type it in. I'm fine with that. Okay, so the proper, ooh, look at that. Now he's gonna get murdered, I think. The proper syntax is !PUNT. Isn't that interesting? Sure, that resolves. So, those of you who were here at the beginning saw that I did pick one up, and I was considering splashing blue for this guy, but oh, thank you so much. Totally legit. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. He's gonna... Ooh, look at that. Alright. I think I'm gonna murder his Lich. What do you think, guys? Is it worth murdering the Lich?
Keep it up, and you'll get hurt.
Murder, yes or no, to the Lich? Okay, I'm gonna go away with the murder. The only constructed I really play these days is as an adjunct to streaming. I play constructed in order to do the daily grinds and quests to keep my gold count as high as I can. Ugh, didn't want that. Okay, so first we make the tokens.
Go get 'em, buddies.
Then we pump them.
It's elemental, dear. What's your name?
I'm going to swing with all. And we're going to end our turn. Boy, this is a heck of a grindy game. Both of us have only... He has 10 cards left. I was thinking of that, but with his manifold key, he could have made it unblockable anyway. And I figured the worst he can do is ping me or one of the Planeswalkers for 1. So I think we did it. Well, obviously we did it. Guys, your help, as always, has been just invaluable. Thank you so much. So we're 2-0. Oh, interesting. What a weird card. Alright, well, happy to take it for a collection. Newcomers, would you like to take a quick look at our deck, or would you like to simply keep going apace? What time is it? Okay. So we're black and red. As I mentioned before, this Chandra, the rare Chandra, was our pack 1 pick 1. This was pick 2. And then we picked up a couple of more red cards, and then some really garden variety black cards. I thought we might start speculating into blue. Anyway, we ended up here with a... I don't think it's a great deck, but it seems to be serviceable. And I would really like to... 3 murders is amazing. They were 3 in a row. Just murder, murder, murder. I was like, wow, you know, murderer's alley. I would really like to get this skeleton and altar combo going. Haven't had a chance yet. Okay, any comments, questions, or shall we get back to our games? Sorry, what's your question? Totally legit. Why is the artifact? Oh, the blood-soaked altar. Again, combos with skeleton, great. Right. The only cost at that point is paying the 2 life and discarding a card. If you can get 1 or 2 tokens in play and they stick it all, that's reasonably strong. Listen, if you have a bet, oh, and you know what? One of our other regulars, Misaki, was saying that she likes the Boneclad Necromancer better than these guys. I can do it multiple times depending on how many resources I have available, but yeah. What do you guys think? Do you like the Boneclad Necromancer than either the War Chief or the Elemental? Yes, good point. I didn't even think of that. Good for you. Good call, Deem. Is that so? How do you say your name? Demis? Deems? I'd rather say it correctly. Let me know. I would rather keep the Elemental maybe because it has synergy with the Brawler. This is not an Elemental's deck by any means, but if I happen to have them both in play, then I think that it would be of some benefit. And as Misaki has also pointed out, where is that? This guy is decent tech against getting rid of... that's a fair point. This is good tech for getting rid of any Sanitarium skeletons in the other guy's graveyard. Sure, let's keep going with what we've got. Demis. Got it. Okay. I will try to remember, but as my name suggests, grizzledmage, I'm kind of an old man, so memory, you know. Listen, I suffer from what we oldsters called CRS. Can't remember stuff. My opponent is Adeptus85. I guess we're waiting for Adeptus85 to do something. Adeptus. So, I mean, I know what adept means, but is there a story between or behind the word Adeptus or the name Adeptus? If there is, I would love to hear this. I mean, whoever he is certainly taking his time. He's also at platinum level, so this could be a hard fight. So there's a guy from the UK, his name is Chad something, and he promotes himself as the oldest Magic streamer on the planet. So I happened on his stream once, and I was like, oh, I gotta check this out. So I'm typing in the chat, and we identified each other. So I'm a good 10 years older than he is. So we got a good laugh out of that. We're now Twitch friends, and he sent a Twitter shortly after that. Correction, he is the oldest UK Magic streamer, because grizzledmage in the US is 10 years older. We're going to keep this. I guess we have a 2-drop, and we have both of our colors. I think this is a keep. Does anybody disagree? It's not an exciting keep, but I think it may be serviceable. Yeah. Oh, I wish I hadn't said that. Totally legit. Regulars here know that. Know that Mana Flood is a real thing on my streams. Oh, I wish I hadn't said that. Alright, listen, I'm not actually superstitious. No problem. No problem. I'm not actually superstitious. And if I can keep things going, I can get him going and destroy him. Although he will undoubtedly deal damage to me or it in the meantime. It is. Oh, Berserker. Murder? Okay. So I'm going to pass the turn. Guys, let me know. Is it worth murdering either of these, or is it worth trading the Berserker for the Sorcerer? Give me your thoughts on that while my opponent does what he does. So, murder one of these guys, yes or no? Trade Berserker for Fang, yes or no? Works for me. Yeah, I hate to use murder for one of these guys if I don't need to. Sprite, interesting. I would really like to draw a creature at this point. Well, I drew a creature. It's not the one I had in mind. Very interesting. I could do the Pyromancer and whack this, and then it'll take 2 damage from this. And then I could whack that on the next turn. I'm open to suggestion, my friends. I could either play the Skeleton and hold Murder up, or I could play the Pyromancer and try to do something. Yeah, so yeah, the skeleton can block this guy until the cows come home, and the worst that happens is I take 2 damage from him. Alright, let's play it close to the vest for the moment and see how it all develops. So to old friends and new, I hope you will join me on Tuesday. I think I mentioned this once, but those who haven't heard it, I hope you'll join me on Tuesday, because Wizards of the Coast did in fact give me a preview account for the Throne of Eldraine early access streamer event. I am participating in that. I am really, really looking forward to it. Skip the box, really. Take 3, go to 15. Do you guys agree? I just soon block the brawler. But then it's... You know what? It'll probably be sealed deck, because at the time that I can play, it's either sealed or constructed. I don't think I'm going to have the time to put any decks together, so it'll probably be sealed deck. I'm going to pass. I'm not crazy about sealed on Arena, but you know, the chance of doing it is still fantastic, and I'm looking forward to it. Another skeleton? Okay. So again, I could do skeleton and Chandra. I don't mind doing skeleton and Chandra on the sprite. Yeah. So another skeleton. I can double block that guy. He only has 2 cards in his hand. I hope that bodes well for our team. And do not make any mistakes. This is a team effort here.
Nice to meet you.
One more land, I can bring out the
Sure
Predator.
hope you
That's
can't handle the
fine.
heat.
If things go terribly wrong, I can soul salvage something. No, I'm going to double block, so we pass the turn. Four, 5, 6. He did that wrong. He should have unsummoned first or something. Yeah, I think that was a questionable play. I'm gonna play the 1. I'm gonna leave the murder. Oh no, I think I should play both. Yeah, I'm gonna play both so I can try double blocking again. Yeah, right. It's good to have just the right amount of lands that you want. Not too few, not too many. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. I feel like we're all in sync with each other. I love having a team like this. I really, really do. Okay, and plus indeed. All 0 of our elementals get +2/+0. And we can play the Predator next turn. So I feel like we're in decent shape here. I'm not going to do that because he could do that in response and then it would die. So we're going to plus again and play the Predator. not going to attack just yet, in case he has some removal or who knows what. And I think that is my turn. Yeah, I mean, you know, to ping him for one and then have to go through all the bottom. Another skeleton. Where is that blood-soaked altar? Okay, so we are going to plus some more, I guess. And we're going to swing with our predator and see what he does. I don't mind telling you, I don't think the Ripscale Predator is the best card ever made. I don't even think it's a particularly good card, but I feel that it is in general kind of underrated by most people. I feel like it's completely serviceable. And in a board state like this, it's actually really nice. And we are done. I feel like we're in good position here. We have a murderer up. He has only one card in hand. We have very clear board superiority. Scuttlemutt. Yeah, I guess he thinks that we do also. Okay, this is great. So Radalorian, who has been one of the great stalwarts of this stream, can attest that right now we are in the exact opposite position as we were from Monday's stream, and I much prefer this position than Monday. It does die to reduce to ashes. Okay, lots of things do, and I've been appreciating more and more as time goes by that the argument of, you know, dies to removal, it's a fair argument, but you know that covers so many things. So, yeah. Listen, don't get me wrong. If Ripscale Predator is the best card in the deck and you're depending on it for a win, then yeah, you've got troubles. Okay, well, we finally see our altar. Not at the point that I want to. I feel like we have to keep. I have a 2-drop. We're on the draw. One more swamp, and we're good. 2 more lands, we're good. I feel like this is a keep. Not a great keep, but I feel like it's possibly serviceable. What do you think, guys? I'm willing to keep this. If there are no thoughts, then I think that will be our move. That's fine, actually. That was actually a really nice draw. Skeleton might have been nicer, but that was fun. Cat. Alright, we're gonna take 2 next turn. No, not necessarily. Let's play our 2-drop. We'll play one of our swamps next turn. We're doing so far. How much is the pre-order? The Throne of Eldraine pre-order? Another murderer, cool. This starts with 5, that's fine. Oh, this can only hit creatures. Keep that in mind. I made that mistake once. I thought I could ping somebody's planeswalker. I was wrong. So where do you live, Totally Legit? That is obviously not American currency. 42 quid, so United Kingdom, I assume? Smuggler. I may be willing to murder his smuggler. Cornish, very interesting. Should have done that first, I guess. Alright, so that's going to hit us, and so be it. I am going to go ahead and murder his smuggler. Smugglers in the right deck can be really pretty devastating. Yeah, I should have done that to begin with. This might be a good one to get rid of. You would murder the cat? Yeah. I'm up with that. You know, should have done that first. Either way, I'm taking 2 damage that I shouldn't have taken. Brawler is nice. I'm going to play Chandra and whack his smuggler. And then attack.
You ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. Haha, toasted!
And the brawler can come out next turn. Okay, that does not concern me. The scrying will help him, obviously. Yeah, okay. Is that punt-worthy? I leave it to your discretion. If you feel that was punt-worthy, then by all means type it in. You're going to play the brawler and plus Chandra. Whoops, yeah.
Time to
Okay,
turn up
that's
the
fine,
heat.
and we pass. If you do, that's interesting. Yeah. Sure. No cutthroat, but he may have an infuriator. He may have the uncaged fury. If he has the uncaged fury, then I lose Chandra.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
That's annoying. Okay, so we're going. Oh, yeah, I can't do that. I think we're gonna murder one of these. Okay, so all I can do is this, so let's do that. So do I attack for 5? But then I will lose Chandra if I do. What do you think, attack or hold back to keep my Chandra safe? Murder the goblin, so you would hold. And I'm happy to murder his aeronaut if it threatens. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So I have 4 cards in this deck that work and play well with this altar. I would love to see one of them. All right, there's the Dragonfire. I am definitely planning on murdering his aeronaut. Okay, this is interesting. So, So I could get rid of this and be done with it. Okay, I could get rid of his raptor. I could... Okay, I don't have a lot of time to decide. I have hardly any time to decide. I could get rid of this and murder that. Okay, so let's plus.
Time to turn up the heat.
And I'm gonna pass the turn and hold up. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Again, maybe I'm holding on to this too strongly. Okay, if he attacks Chandra with the raptor, and I can do this end of turn if nothing else happens. I'm going to let it take 2 damage. See if we can get something else in the meantime.
Don't like that.
Elemental, that's a better one to murder. Yep. Oh, can I? Yeah, I can. Oh, that was a mistake. I should not have played that land. I used all my murders. How crazy is that? Okay, so he's gone no matter what. So let's just bite the bullet. And I should have done. Oh man, I'm thinking about too many things and not having focused attention here. Yeah, I type it in. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Okay, so we're sending him
all
in.
those fire critters.
And Chandra is gone next turn, so be it. So I will chump block and then activate. Both, isn't that interesting? Sure. Oh, he's afraid I might have a trick. Yeah, that's fine.
Wish you could have helped more.
I have no creatures in my graveyard, isn't that weird? Holy moly. And all of my murders are gone. Well, bone splinters would be nice. Shit. Alright, well I'm going to lose all of my creatures next turn. Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's game. Unless this is the bone splinters, I think that's probably it. Soul salvage, nothing to salvage. 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, plus 4. Yes. And he's going to place the land. Predator, no help at all. That is game. Yep. Too bad I used all of my murders. And I have no creatures to sack. Yep. That's it. No sense in drawing this out. Okay. So my friends, because of other time and scheduling needs, we're going to do one more game, but that I may not even have time for one game. Yeah, we're going to do one more game. I hope I don't have to concede in the middle. But then that's going to be it because, as I say, I actually have to go to work. I've been on the other side of Dracoseth a number of times. It's very satisfying when you can keep it in play and just keep mowing down his board. I go first. I have a turn 2 Ember Hauler, a turn 3 Skeleton. I think I'm going to keep this. Yes, indeed. I hear that totally legit. I'm assuming this is a keeper. I would love it if I had maybe one more swamp, but it'll do. Really? Oh, yeah. Well, an instant concede is. I agree. It's not as much fun as blowing up all of his stuff. I agree with that. I would very much like this to be a swamp. Okay, let's hear it, everybody. Swamp, 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 swamp. You guys let me down. You let me down. Okay, but we can still make the next one a swamp. Let's hear it, everybody. Swamp, 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 swamp. Yeah, boy. Blue-white flyers. Ugh. He has 2 flyers. Sure, let's attack. .404. Not sure what the 404 is. Well, certainly he's going to swing with. Yeah, he'll swing with both. There's no reason not to. Especially if you can activate the sprite. Right, yes. Right. Of course. And what shall he follow it up with? Another Sentinel. So much for my attacks. Ugh. Fat lot of good this does me. I may whack his sprite, because these have effectively blanked, like all of these. What do you think? Is it worth sacking the hauler to kill the sprite and mitigate the bleeding a little bit? Well, at this point, I guess block and then assist to the damage. Because in truth, if this isn't to land anyway, then it's probably game over. Well, it's a land, but it's the wrong color. Yeah, there's nothing to do here. If he wants, he can just keep swinging with these guys, and it's not going to get me anywhere. Yep. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go to 10. The flyer decks can be, they're rarely terrible, except if you were with us on Monday. They're usually okay to pretty good. Well, you know, I can't block. No, let's see if we can't draw a land and get somewhere. Trouble is he's developing his board. Well, there's a swamp. Okay, so we could play the Brawler. It's not going to help us. I could play the Pyromancer and whack his... They're all flying. That's a problem. I could murder something and then whack one of his things. I think that's what I have to do. Because he can conceivably deal me 2, 4, 6 per turn. That's a 2-turn clock. And the only way I have... Ugh. I could kill one of his flyers? I'm going to do that, because I'm going to kill one of his flyers and then try to draw some fire. Yeah. Sure, let's do that. Alright, so... What a waste of a murder. That's what I was afraid of. I could do that. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do that to forbid the scry. Unless he has another one. Well, it turns into a 3-turn clock. That's a little bit better. Well, now it's 2-0. Not good. Not good. I can play the War Chief. Too little, too late. I'm going to take 4 next turn. This will become a 5-5, which is really pointless. I'm going to bring this out and whack this, I guess. Devil makes shoes again. Yeah. And here's hoping he does not have another God's Will.
So much to do, so much to see. I'm fired up. fire breath.
No point in attacking. No, none whatsoever. Alright, so he'll either keep hitting me in the face or he'll try to weaken Chandra. So let's see what he decides. Okay.
Not cool.
Ah, not what I want. I guess we'll play the Predator. Is there anything else that's better? I think the answer is no. I can continue to chump block. Yeah, I think this is what we want. Plus this to draw out these guys, to draw out those guys. Interesting. Okay. Pretty sad here. So sure, let's attack with the Predator, which is really sort of pointless. 4. And then I can play one of these. I guess the War Chief. And play 2 things. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can play the War Chief and the Brawler.
I'm getting the hang of this magic thing.
Let's do the War Chief. Okay, that works. Good call, Misaki. I had forgotten about that ability. But again, I'm on a 2-turn clock, so... Is there any another murderer might do it for us, or a bone splinters. All he needs to play is one big spell though. Oh, well, that's a big spell. That is a big spell. Oh boy. Do I have any outs here? Is there? There's no way I can win on this turn, is there? Because he's gonna kill me on the next turn. I could. I think I have to just swing with everybody. I can. Let's see. Oh right, play the elemental, right, to help him a little bit. Good call. Let's give all of our elementals +1.
Oh, I just want to hug all those fire
Nobody has
critters.
trample, so he can just chump block with these stupid guys. And I do not even have enough to bring him back. Let's see, he blocks the big ones. That'll deal him for... Yeah. Oh, right, he can't. So, yeah, it has to be these two. He'll block both of them. Yeah. There's nothing else. All he has to do is chump block, and he's good. All right, as comebacks go, that was not terrible, but not enough for the game. And he has my Predator. How annoying. No point to that. I'm gonna make him play it out in the hope that he either punts horribly or disconnects. Well, that's just pointless. That's just pointless. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. So, I'm willing to let you play it out, but now you're just playing around. Okay, I would love to keep going, guys. Where are we? 3-1, 3-2. We're at 3-2. I would love to keep going. But as I said, I have to get ready to get to work. So I'm gonna finish this series out either later tonight or tomorrow during the day. I hope I will see all of you on Friday. I'm scheduled right now Friday at 2 p.m. in the U.S. Eastern Standard Time. I think that's Greenwich Mean Time -5. I think. Don't quote me on that. I will, and then next week I'm probably going to move my normal Monday slot to the Tuesday early access streamer event, like as I already mentioned. So thank you so much for your help and support, team. I really, really love it when you guys are here helping me out. Have a great day. Before I'm so quick to sign off, let's see if there's somebody worth rating, and there is indeed. So let's go to my friend. Let's see if that works. I hope I spelled it right. Is it working? I can't tell. See, I'm not seeing a notification on my computer, but on the monitor it is. Okay, take care, my friends. I look forward to seeing you next time, and thank you again for all of your support.